Hello and welcome to the Daily Meal for Wednesday the 22nd of January 2025. In today's Meal news, this is a bit of a weird one. Well, I don't know if it's weird, but we are exclusive from londonnewsonline.co.uk, the South London Press, that Millwall are making moves to permanently sign Josh Coburn, the players we've had on loan since the start of the season, and he's been injured twice. So, well, again, bit of a weird one. But let's read this and see what's going on. So Millwall are hoping to complete a permanent deal for Middlesbrough striker Josh Coburn. The 22-year-old is currently on loan with the South Londoners, and the South London Press understands that the Lions are keen to turn that into a full-time arrangement, with Borough receptive about reaching an agreement. Oh, are they now? Coburn has scored twice in 7 appearances for Millwall. The big forward has been he's unlucky with injuries. Well, he's growing pains, isn't he? He's a growing lad. He's still only 22. It is what it is, isn't it? Since signing for the SC16 outfit, and has been out since the start of December with a broken metatarsal. Coburn has made an impressive start to life with the Lions before a calf injury sidelined him in September. Millwall keen to add to their attacking options in this window, with the wide and number 10 position also areas that could be added to, as well as central midfield. Coburn suffered his foot injury in the match at Oxford United and left the ground in a protective boot. He's going to miss a large chunk of important period of football, said then Millwall head coach Neil Harris. Josh, when he's on the pitch, showed in the first half his qualities as a Millwall number 9 and his importance to the squad, and why we were so desperate to bring him in. As a profile, as a striker at a football club, it's a big loss, but we've coped very well without him in the past, and we'll have to do it again in the future. So bringing back Neil Harris quotes. Has Alex Neil even seen him, in person? Now here's the thing. He's on loan to Millwall. So, what that means, he's not a Millwall player. Yeah, I know. Wow, yeah. But what that means in terms of his injury, in that, he's not do or die for Millwall. He's do or die for Josh Coburn. He's do or die for Middlesbrough. If he gets a little bit of a knock, he's like, I think I might sit this one out, boss. I think I might be. Can we get this checked out? I'm not going to play through this injury. You know what I mean? He's not. But obviously, when he had a broken metatarsal, I don't know what a calf injury was, or just a strain or something. But he's like, like I said before, there's the things they can do. Cortisol injections and stuff like that, called cortisol steroids and stuff. But is he saying, no, I'm not taking that? Because he's not a Millwall player. So he's not do or die for Millwall. You know what I mean? Because he's only on loan. He's got in his mind that he's going back to Middlesbrough. He's going to be playing there next season. Whereas if we bid for him and we sign him and his life is here now and he's got to do it here, maybe he might, I've got a little bit of a calf strain, but I'm all right, boss. I can play today. Maybe sub me on later on. Sub me off and whatever. You know what I mean? So that might be the situation, but obviously if you've broken a bone, you've broken a bone. But so now it says here, where is it? With Borough receptive about reaching an agreement. Well, according to Teesside Live via InsideFootball.com, they are not. And they're literally saying, well, we don't need to sell him. We don't really want to sell him. But I know you've just sold Romain Esse for a load of money. And you've just sold Zion Fleming for a load of money. So if you want to throw some money at it, we're going to listen. So, again, this is from InsideFootball.com, posted at 12 in the afternoon. Middlesbrough not actively looking to sell Millwall Lone Star. So they're not saying, "Oh, we need this. We need some money to sign some players. Do you want to buy this player? Do you want to make a bid for Josh Coburn? You know, he might be available if you make us the right." No. This is Millwall saying, "We want to sign this guy." Middlesbrough are not actively looking to sell their star Josh Coburn to Millwall, but could still do business with the Lions, according to Teesside Live. The 22-year-old forward is an academy product of Middlesbrough and has featured 56 times for the Riverside club. Coburn joined Millwall on loan in the summer, but his season has been plagued by injury so far, which has restricted the impact he has made at the Den. He has made 7 appearances for Millwall so far, with 2 goals under his belt, but the Lions have seen enough to want him. It is suggested that Millwall boss Alex Neil wants to make his loan move to the London club permanent. Middlesbrough are not actively looking to cash in on Coburn, but are open to parting ways with the centre forward for the right fee. The 22-year-old has 2.5 years left on his Middlesbrough contract, and Millwall might have to dig deep in their pockets to convince their championship rivals. Coburn is currently out of action with a broken metatarsal injury suffered in November and is expected to return next month. Now, here's the thing. 22. You assume he's going to be 23 this year. He's very good at what he is for a 22, 23-year-old. No, these, they don't grow on trees. So, I mean, and like metatarsals get broken, they heal. Just drink your milk and take your vitamin D. It's all good. It's going to heal up. It's not like it's not like an ACL injury, an MCL injury. It's not a knee injury. These are really bad. No, it's just a broken metatarsal. So you would imagine, he's not going to lose any pace from that. It's going to be fine when he comes back. So, why not? But in terms of having to break the bank to sign him, I'm not sure about that. Like, how much you looking at? Are you looking at 4 mil? 5 mil? 6 mil? Is he as good as Fleming? Well, Fleming's older, he's younger. So, although it's not... Here's the thing with transfers. You're not buying the player, you're buying the contract. So if Fleming had a 10-year contract, his price would be through the roof, because we don't have to sell him, he's got a 10-year contract. He had, 2 years or whatever. So we had to sell him. It made sense to sell him. So that's the thing, like, if the player's contract is going to run out in the summer, you want to make a move to sign him now, it's cheaper. Or you could just wait 6 months. Like, what's the point? So, again, interesting. This is... I've got a few people scratching their heads, but, it's not a debilitating injury. It's just a broken metatarsal. So you'd think if he should recover from that. And, is he the new whoever, Richard Sadley and the new Cascarino, whoever? It could be one that, he comes, he fixes his metatarsal, he comes back, he scores some goals for Millwall. If he signs for us and scores goals this season and next season, what do we need in this division? A 15-goal a season striker. That could be him. Could be. Like, and if we can get him for 4 mil, that's a bargain, If he scores 15 goals next season, that's a bargain. So we'll see, but yeah, a bit of a weird one. Now, breaking news, literally about an hour ago, we made another bid for the lad I was telling you about in the video a couple of days ago, probably last week now. Mill submitted a bid to land Wolves' star. Mill have submitted a bid for one of Wolves' stars, as Alex Neil looks to make additions to his squad before the window closes. Neil's been assessing the squad he's taken over at the Den as he plots to how to move Millwall forward. Millwall were held to a 2-2 draw by Cardiff City in the Championship earlier this week and have not won in the league since before Christmas. Now Neil has zeroed in on bringing in a midfield reinforcement in the shake of Wolves midfielder Luke Cundle. Again, I mentioned before that we were linked with him, but we have apparently made a bid. So, according to the South London Press, Millwall submitted a bid to the Molyneux outfit for Cundle's signature, and that is here. Via this tweet from Richard Corley at 9:38 p.m. today. Millwall, #Millwall, have submitted a bid for Wolves midfielder Luke Cundle. Lions head coach Alex Neil was at their under-21 game against Crystal Palace on Monday evening. That's interesting. So he was watching the game Monday evening. We have the game Tuesday, and then on Wednesday we make a bid. Do you think that obviously his name's in the frame, it'll come out before that we were interested in him? They get Alex Neil to go and have a look at him, and Alex Neil looks at him and goes, yeah, you know, yeah, he's alright, yeah. If you bring him in, that'll be good. And then they make the move, that's very interesting if they're doing that, you know. They're not just blindly bringing in players and throwing them at Alex Neil and say, yeah, make a team out of that. Do something with that. No, they're bringing him in on the process. They're getting him to come and look at the player and say, yeah, this guy, like him. Do you want him? Shall we make a bid? And then he says, oh, okay. And then they do. So Cundle has been kicking his heels at Wolves this season, with his only action coming in the EFL Trophy in the Premier League 2 under-21 side. Now, when I made the video, I did not realise, and I found out later, and obviously I didn't include it because there's no point to include it. The reason why he's not playing at Wolves, apparently, is there was a deal lined up for him to go to Stoke. And he said, yeah, I'm not... the deal fell through for whatever reason, I don't know. But then, like, Wolves kind of threw the toys out of the pram, and they've kicked him into the play with the under-21s. So... there you go. He played the full 90 minutes in Premier League 2 against Crystal Palace under-21s on Monday night. In the crowd at that game, taking his performance was no less than Millwall boss Alex Neil. Cundle has made 72 appearances in the Championship with loan spells at Swansea City, Plymouth Argyle and Stoke City. So there you go. We've made a bid for Cundle. I believe that he may be the number 10. Talking about signing a number 10. So, there you go. Number 10. Now, moving on to this from londonnewsonline.co.uk. Talking points from Mill's 2-2 draw against Cardiff. Scanlon and Bangor Williams the positives on a tough night at a Den. Millwall were hit with a late heartbreak on Wednesday evening as Cardiff scored a dramatic late equaliser to earn a 2-2 draw in SC16. Goals from Callum Scanlon and Casper Denor looked to put Millwall on track, but a late first half finish by Chris Willock following a mix-up between Jack Cooper and Ryan Leonard gave the Bluebirds something to fight for in the second period. In stoppage time, they found that killer blow through Yusuf Salac. Here are Alex Grace's takeaways from the game. Winless run extends. Mill have not won a league game since before Christmas. Mihailo Ivanović's winner against Blackburn on December the 21st was the last time they collected maximum points. Since then, they have collected just 3 points in 6 Championship games. Successive home defeats against Oxford United and Hull City have seen the Lions drop towards the bottom 3, making this game and the next 2 against strugglers Luton Town and Portsmouth very important. It is a run that could define what the second half of the season will look like. Alex Neil's men were just 30 seconds away from heading into those 2 away days with a big confidence boost. Instead, they ended it downbeat and wondering how they had not taken all 3 points from a game in which they were in such a commanding position. It's now just 1 win in 13 games for the South Londoners, a worrying run. On the bright side, however, it's the first time in the league that Millwall managed to score 2 goals at home since October's 3-1 win over Preston. I mean, yeah, well, we scored 2 goals at Sheffield Wednesday. We scored 3 against Dagenham and Redbridge. And we scored 2 goals against Cardiff. I didn't score 2 goals against Hull. Bangora Williams shines, yes. There was an element of shock in the press room when the team news was announced. And Rahees Bangora Williams was included in the starting lineup. Why? Why was it a shock? What's the shock? The former Tooting and Mitcham player scored on his debut for the club in the 3-0 win over Dagenham and Redbridge in the FA Cup. He provided a sublime assist. Manolis Siopis would have gone to bed and had nightmares after the 20-year-old in his first league start turned the Cardiff fullback inside out and back to front before laying the ball off perfectly to Denor, who made no mistake firing past Jack Alnwick. Developing youth is a big thing for Millwall. There is a clear pathway at this football club for young players to come through and become mainstays in the first team. Billy Mitchell, Danny McNamara and the recently departed Romain Nesse are prime examples that it does not matter about age. If you're good enough, then you are old enough to play in the first team. And there's no doubt Bangora Williams offers Millwall something different. Expect to see him play a role in the second half of the season. Well, yeah. But it's no shock at all if you watch any under 21 games, which I've just noticed now. They put them on, I'm not sure if it's Mill TV or Mill TV Plus. So if you are paying the 50 quid a year, 60 quid a year for Mill TV Plus, check out the videos because they put the under 21 games on there now, a couple of them. So if you want to see these players, and I'm telling you, so the thing with Bangora Williams, you've seen him get better and better and better. When he first came, he was very skinny, very slight, but very skillful. He's very confident as well. There's a player in the under 21s at the moment, kind of like him in Rafik Lamptey, but he doesn't have the same confidence. I don't know if he's very bashful, kind of shy. But when he does something that doesn't go well, his head drops. He puts the shirt over his head, up to his mouth. He doesn't have that confidence, but he's a very good dribbling footballer as well. So, these players are there. They're absolutely there. And here's the thing, there's something different about some of these youngsters coming through. In that, I think that they're of a different generation. I think they're what they call Zoomers. I think the thing with the millennials and Zoomers, there is a very different thing that you can see. In they are very confident in themselves, and they're quite forward. And it's hard to describe, but when you see it, kids these days, and there's a lot of them there that have the ability to step up. They don't. It's literally like they don't care. There's nothing to be scared of. They're not scared. Like they've literally lived like through COVID and all kinds of stuff. They've been watching snuff videos on their mobile phones. They're not scared of nothing. What's to be scared of? You're kicking the ball around for a living. They're not scared. What's to be scared of? And that's the attitude that you kind of see in these kids these days. They don't. It's like, okay, Nothing phases them. So if you can get one that can play football, there's no reason why he can't come into the first team. He's not going to be phased by coming into the first team. He's not going to be phased by the crowds shouting or moaning or whatever. It's not going to be a problem for a lot of them. They don't really care. Scanlon is worth the wait. Yeah, it's been a rough ride for Callum Scanlon since his arrival in SC16. Prior to last weekend's clash with Hull, the on-loan Liverpool man had only played 11 minutes for the club after sustaining a back fracture, which saw him miss 20 games. He was a bright spark during what was a tough watch against Hull City on Saturday, and his performance certainly merited a second successive start. At just 61 seconds in, he netted his first goal for the club, and in some style too. A great charging run from Duncan Watmore ended with a good pass to the 19-year-old who finished with aplomb. Playing in an unnatural position in the left midfield, he took it well. Something that will please Neil, as his options in attacking areas are heavily depleted at present. Scanlon is another weapon that, if deployed right, could be a game changer for Millwall. Leonard and McNamara injury concerns. Just at a time when Mill did not need any more injuries, they went and picked up two in the same position. How's your luck? Ryan Leonard and Daniel McNamara are the two right-back options, and the Lions could be without both for a period of time. As soon as both of them went down, you could tell neither were going to be able to continue. For McNamara, at first glance, it looked like a painful knee injury, possibly an ACL, which would end his season. Well, he was out with a PCL, posterior cruciate ligament injury, so if it's that again, that's the lesser one, ACL I think is a bit more serious. You can usually judge how bad an injury is based on the reactions of the people involved. In both these cases, it looked like they were significant. How unlucky that they are both in the same position. There is no obvious choice as to who will take that right back berth. It makes you wonder if Neil will contemplate a change in the system. We don't have long to wait and see, but it certainly looks like the Lions could be without a recognised right back for a large chunk of the second half of the campaign. We'll see what they do. We'll see what they do and see if it works. I mean, we'll see if anyone steps up and says, yeah, I'll do it. You want me to play right back, boss? I'll play right back, boss. You tell me what you want me to do and I'll do it. So we'll see. We will see. Now, I'm going to end the video by looking at the stats, even though, everyone's a bit disappointed about the results. If you're not going to stick around for that, because, it's boring as hell, isn't it? Thank you for watching, and if you're still here, let's go. So this is the match report from whoscored.com. It hasn't loaded. Okay, let's try that again. There you go. So you can see, according to whoscored.com, Casper De Norre given the man of the match, and then followed by Callum Scanlon, Chris Willock, George Saville. And I think, didn't Casper De Norre get the man of the match on Sky? I'm pretty sure he did, didn't he? Casper De Norre tackling, so he scored a goal. He had the most tackles, and here you can see 6, and then George Saville with 5. Callum Scanlon with 5. The AML, the attacking left, outside left, 5 tackles. Wow. Maybe, here's the thing. Do you put him at left back? Obviously that takes away, but obviously he can go forward. If he's a left back, he's still a left back, but at times he can go forward. Don't know about that. So if we go back to the middle, Mill stole the ball often from the opposition, were effective at creating goal scoring opportunities, was strong at finishing. We lost possession often. Now this is interesting. Look at the two clubs; they're both the same. Stole the ball, were effective. Yeah. Theirs was long shot situations. Was strong at finishing, lost possession often. The same. What else have we got? So you can see here. Attempts on goals 7 to 13, open play 4 to 11, set piece 3 to 2, and I haven't seen this for a fair old while. The 2 goals from the 7 shots, very clinical, very much unlike us. That's a 28% conversion rate. But, again, their 2 goals from 13 is a 15% conversion rate. So that's high as well. It's normally around about, 8 or 9. That's kind of bog standard for the championship. Here's where the club's attacked. We were going down the right-hand side. Shot directions. Shot zones. 29% in the 6-yard box. Action zones. Player positions. Whoa. 3-4-3. Anyone for 3-4-3? 4-3-3. So, obviously, as we saw on the page previously, Mill going down the right-hand side, and that was Ryan Leonard. So, because Tanger's good at defending, I imagine because he's on that side, it gives Ryan Leonard the license to bomb forward. And you can see 23 and 24, Dinor and Saville. They're sitting in there on the halfway line. Interesting. So, that is interesting though. Now, Cardiff, it seems they were just trying to go round the midfield, because we saw on the previous page, so you've got tackles, Casper and all with 6, George Saville with 5, so that's 11 tackles as they plot up in the middle of the park. And it looks like Cardiff had said, oh yeah, maybe we should try and go around them. And they literally just going around them in what looks like basically 4-2-4. So there you go. Now, moving on to this, also from WhoScored.com. Obviously, the match events, Callum Scannon's goal, Casper Dinor's goal, with the Bangor Williams assist, RBW. If anyone at Rahis Bangor Williams' people is watching this, maybe you should trademark RBW and like a number. I don't know. Obviously, the number you got now is like 30, but I don't know, whatever number you want next season. Maybe you should trademark that. That might be a thing to do. Not that I'm saying it's going to make you insanely rich, but was it CR7? Cristiano Ronaldo and stuff. So you got to dream big, ain't you? You got to dream big. Obviously, the goal they scored just before half time. They make the first change, which is, the defender that was getting terrorised by Bangor Williams gets taken off for Perry NG. He was, I think they were trying to get him on earlier, but there was something wrong with the shirts. He was on the sideline. They made him go back. So I don't know what that was about. Maybe they changed their mind and just waited. And then obviously Ryan Leonard gets injured. Danny Mack comes on. Danny Mack gets injured. Cranmer comes on. And then Bangor Williams comes off at the same time for Ivanovic. And then they make more substitutions to turn the screw. And I'll tell you what I'm talking about in a minute as we go down to all of the stuff that happened in the game and who did it. So if you look at the club badge at the top left and top right, you see the average player rating for each team. It's 6.62 for Millwall, 6.68 for Cardiff. That's pretty even. Yeah, maybe they deserve to draw. And if you look, you can see, as you said, Casper Denor 8.2, Callum Scanlon 7.6, Bangor Williams 7.2. Not bad for his first start. 7.3 for Saville. 7 for Leonard. And the rest, not so much. For them, their best player was Willock 7.4. Their keeper got 5.8. So I think, maybe that tells a story. Why they concede a lot of goals. Maybe it's their keeper. If we look at total shots, 7 to 13. Callum Scanlon with 2. Langstaff with 1. Cool. Possession 41 to 58. Most of the possession for Millwall was with George Saville, 5.9% of the match time. But you can see Callum Chambers? Chambers. Was it Callum Chambers? Yeah, Callum Chambers, 10.2%. So that's a lot. Which probably explains why Saville did not. Maybe had a lot of tackles. I would suggest maybe they were tackling Chambers, because he was on the ball a lot. What else have we got? Pass success percentage. Obviously, at the end of the game, we were just lobbing it forward. So 64 to 72. Cooper with 84. Scanlon with 92. Obviously, I have to see how many passes he actually made. That's pretty good. Watmore 79. Okay. Leonard only 46. Obviously, he was the outball going down that right hand side. Dribbles 6 to 10. Aerials won 22 to 34. Obviously, just bombing the ball forward with no one up there. Get a free aerial. Everyone won 1 except Barangor Williams. But George Saville with 4. So George Saville, a lot of tackles and a lot of aerial duels won. Tackles 29 to 31. Everyone had a tackle except for Langstaff and the keeper. Scanlon has 5, as mentioned previously. Corners, these are the players that won the corners. Dispossessed, so having the ball taken off of you, 25 to 19. Langstaff with 5, Scanlon with 4, Nor with 6. So, interesting stuff. Now, that looks, it looks how it looks. What if I was, so let's go back up. So, a lot of people pointing the finger at Billy Mitchell, George Honeyman. Bad times. That's when it all changed, apparently. 78 minutes. So, with this, what we can do is I can grab this and I can drag it along to 78 minutes when these substitutions were made. So let's go 1 minute before. So this section that's greyed out, that is the time from 77 minutes to wherever it was, 90 plus 7. Does it tell us? No, it doesn't. Okay. So you can see here, now we've got the stats. So this is just for the last, 20 minutes? Because we had 97 minutes of injury time, so 20 minutes. For the last 20 minutes of the game, this is what we've got. Perry NG is on fire. Salic is on fire. Obviously, he had an assist and he scored the goal. But look at Millwall. Look at what they're like. No one's doing anything. No one's good. Like, no one did. This is based on what was done in that last 20 minutes. It's an all-round team shit show. So no point in thinking, obviously, certain people did things that were obvious, but no one did anything that was worth a damn. The highest rated player in the last 20 minutes is 6.1. Dinor and Jensen. And Kramer. We didn't have a shot. And I think we were looking at it in a minute, we only had one shot in the second half. Did you notice that? 0 to 4. Possession 40 to 60. Pass success percentage 58 to 69. No dribbles, so because we're just lobbing it. No one's running the ball forward because no one's got any pace. Mitchell, Honeyman, Ivanovic, Langstaff. Obviously, Langstaff's a bit knackered by then. Aerials 1, 8 to 10. Tackles 6 to 9. Corners 0 to 1. Dispossessed 7 to 5. So that's the last 20 minutes of the game. Just a shit show. Yeah. We couldn't handle them coming at us. We just couldn't handle it. Everyone. Nobody did anything that stood out. No one. So, we can move on to this and see what we can see. So, ratings. Casper Nor 8.2, scored a goal. Scanlon 7.63, scored a goal. Was only on the pitch for 77 minutes. Jules Saville 7.3, okay. Rahis Bangor Williams on the pitch for 63 minutes, 7.18 with an assist. And then we get into high sixes. Ryan Lander 58 minutes was on the pitch. Fifth best player 6.96. Tanganga 6.85. Jake Cooper 6.55. Tristan Kramer 6.4. He came on in the 62nd minute. But look at this. This is interesting. Sort of. Billy Mitchell came on in the 77th minute. He got a score of 5.94. And he had 7 touches of the ball. That's 7 touches. He got a score lower than Danny McNamara, who was on the pitch for 4 minutes, got twisted and turned by an attacking player and ended up crumpled in a heap. And Billy Mitchell got a score lower than him. And George Honeyman didn't do that much better either. 6. So, what? Langstaff 6.01. Ivanovic 6.09. Came on, played 30 minutes. Watmore played 77 minutes, started 6.17. So, there you go. Touches of the ball 64. Saville, Denor 60, Joe Bryan 60, Ryan Led 52. Okay. Shots and shots on target. So we had, 7 shots? How many were actually on target? 3. This is the golden ratio that I keep banging on about. If you don't know, if you're new to this, however many shots you have, half of them should be on target, and half of those on target should be goals. If you're doing as good as that, that is the golden ratio. If you're doing better than that, wow, you're really good. You're amazing. You're fantastic. So here we have 7, and then 3, which is, half of 7 is 3.5. So right there or thereabouts. But we scored 2 of those 3. That is amazing. Amazing. Now, let's go down. How many shots did they have on target? 5. So, they scored 2 goals from 5 shots on target. So, the thing, what allowed them to get into the game, or why they got back, is because they had more opportunities. We were letting them just go and go and go and go again. We were just lumping the ball up to them. Okay, you come at us, we'll kick it back. Oh, you bring it forward again. Oh, here we go again. Oh, we have to tackle you and kick it forward again. So we're just allowing them more opportunities. It's not that they were any good, but they just had more opportunities. We had 3 shots on target, they had 5 shots on target. We had 7 shots total, they had 12. Because we opted to just park the bus in the second half. And not really, we're 2-0 up. It was 2-1 by then, wasn't it? So, we were 2-1 up, Let's try and keep it tight. How did that work? Let's go back up. And let's go to offensive. Offsides. Who was offside? Oh, look, it's Macaulay Langstaff. I don't know if he has a problem with peripheral vision or if he's doing it on purpose. But he does get offside quite a lot, doesn't he? He does, doesn't he? Defensive. So who did what defensively? We've already seen some of this, obviously. Denor, 6 tackles, Saville 5, Scanlon 5, Tanganga 3. Interceptions. Casper with 3, Tanganga with 3, Kramer with 3. And then Saville and Bryan and Watmore with 2. Clearances. Jake Cooper with 6, Tanganga with 5, Joe Bryan with 4. Blocked shots, Ryan Leonard and George Saville. So, everyone moaning at Saville. Saville's numbers, this is what he does, The thing with Saville, and to some extent Denor, but I don't think Denor, is that they do defensive work in the middle of the park. They defend in the middle of the park, which means, it's supposed to make it easier for the defence. Or what they're supposed to do is probably tackle and then send people away. You break, you counter-attack. You tackle in the middle, you counter-attack. And that's, I think, was the purpose of playing George Honeyman in the 10. The high press, or whatever it's called. So, he does stuff like this that stands out. Obviously, he's not perfect every game. Some of them aren't. They make a mistake every game. But this is the thing: when you make a mistake that causes a goal to be conceded, that's a bad mistake. That's a really bad mistake. Passing. The most passes: George Saville with 43, then Joe Bryan 34, Casper North 34, Jake Cooper 32, but high passing accuracy. 84.4 from Jake. Cool. What did we lose? Callum Scanlon, 92.3, but only 13 passes. But when you compare that to Macaulay Langstaff's 13 passes, where he's got 53.9 passing accuracy. And then Bangor Williams, 70% off of 10. Cool, but then Billy Mitchell, 42.9 from 7 passes. So that's literally... So, 5 of his passes were rubbish? And 2 were good? That's kind of rough. And George Honeyman, 6 passes in the 20 minutes he was on the pitch, and only 50% of them were accurate. Yikes. Right, so let's move on to this, which is fbref.com. We're going to finish with this. If you look in the middle, between the club badges, you can see the XG, and the XG is 0.7 to Millwall and 1.0 to Cardiff. So both teams performing above their XG with the 2 goals each. There's the match events again. So possession-wise, it's 42 to 58. Passing accuracy is 61 to 69. We had 360 passes. They had 497. 3 of 7 shots on target for us. 5 of 13 for them. Our keeper made 3 of 5 saves. Theirs made 1 of 3. You can see fouls. It's 10 to 11. Corners 4 to 2. So we had more corners. What did we do with them? Absolutely nothing. What are they good for? Absolutely nothing. Crosses 17 to 14. Touches 505 to 625. Tackles 29 to 31. Interceptions 17 to 8. Aerials 122 to 33. Obviously Macaulay Langstaff up front. We can find out that's probably down to that. Clearances 25 to 22. Offsides 2 to 3. Again, another game. So the last game was the whole game was saying there were 7 offsides in that game. This game, there's 5 offsides in a championship game. Goal kicks 9 to 4, throw-ins 24 to 27, long balls 95 to 86. So here is some information. What are we looking at? What shall we look at? So Bangor Williams, here we go. Take-ons. What is a take-on? Well, a number of attempts to take on defenders while dribbling. 4. Successful? 3. Molto bene. Beautiful. Ryan Leonard, 2 and 2. Even better. What else have we got? Now, shot creating actions and goal creating actions. He's Bangor Williams, 2 goal creating actions. That stems from the same play, where it counts as double because he dribbled past the player. That's the 1. Then he passed the ball. That's the 2. So he's got 2 goal creating actions. George Saville's got 1. He had 3 shot creating actions. So Ryan Leonard had 5 shot creating actions. What that means is you're involved in creating a shot. It's not just an assist. Obviously, an assist is when someone scores a goal. It's you help create a shot. And it's not just the first person before the shot is taken. It's the 2 movements before the shot is taken. Okay. So our most attacking player was Ryan Leonard. Second most attacking player was George Saville. Can you believe that? Well, I mean, it's right here. I mean, what are we looking at? Passing. Where is Billy Mitchell's passing stats? 7 attempted, 3 completed. Total distance 62 yards. Progressive distance, as in going forwards, 19 yards. None of them were short. 5 of them were medium. Completed 3. Okay. What else have we got? George Honeyman. 6 passes, 3 completed, 50%. Total distance 43 yards. Progressive distance 5 yards. These short balls, do we know? Passes between 5 and 15 yards. 50-50. 4 attempts, 2 completed. Medium ones, that's between 15 and 30 yards. 1 of 1. Okay. Okay. Pass types. Okay. So, George Saville on the corner kicks, all in-swingers. Defensive actions. Possession. Take-ons. Bangor Williams attempted, successful 3. Tackled in the other one. And Ryan Leonard, 2 and 2, as you've seen. Carries of the ball, as in how many times a player got on the ball. Macaulay Langstaff, 20. Watmore, 16. Denor, 16. Ryan Leonard, most attacking player, 17. And he was the most attacking player because he was on the ball for 17 carries for 138 yards. And a progressive distance of 58. So that is the most, but in terms of percentage-wise... George Saville was on the ball 11 times for 34 yards, 18 yards of progressive distance. So that's about half of his time on the ball is going forwards. Jake Cooper, well, that's the defenders don't count because obviously they got the whole pitch in front of them. Really, unless it's like Ryan Leonard's bombed down the wing. But Tristan Cranmer, 9 carries for 88 yards. 35 yards of that was going forward. Now, aerial duels. And here we go. This is the reason why, Cardiff won more aerial duels than us. Macaulay Langstaff, 1-1, lost 6, 14.3%. And the new guy as well. You think, he's taller. He's a bit of a target man. Aerial duels for Ivanovic, 1-2, lost 7, 22.2%. Better than Langstaff. So when you're looking at, we're kicking the ball forward and it's coming straight back, who's up front? They would have been better off just kicking it out. Just literally just keep kicking it out. Oh, throw in? You want to throw in? Oh, kick it out. Man. That would have been fun though. The crowd would have lost their shit. Duncan Watmore, 1 aerial duel won, 5 lost, 16.7. So there you go, fun times. Now bizarrely, wee man George Honeyman, was he 5'5", won 1, lost 0, 100% on these aerial duels. So there's that. Okay. I think that's it for that. Obviously, have a look at the keeper. Shots on target against 5, goals against 2, saves 3, save percentage 60%. Post shot XG was 2.1, and that's what, they scored 2. So it is what the post shot XG is how it was. Passes attempted 21, 1 throw. He launched it as in long kick 85.7% of the time. Obviously up to these players who lost the aerial duels, so that was well worth doing. Average length was 58.6. Goal kicks 9. They were all long, 67.4 yards average. Crosses from the opposition into the box 11, didn't stop any of them. And it doesn't tell us how far off his line he was averagely. If we go down, we're going to finish by looking at the shots. And as you can see, if we look at the second half, 50 minutes Cardiff, 54 minutes Cardiff, 66 minutes Millwall, and then Cardiff, and then Cardiff, and then Cardiff, and then Cardiff. And you can see those injuries and the substitutions did take the bit of a wind out of the game, because 66 minutes, there's a shot by Millwall, Macaulay Langstaff, 0.14 to 0.11. So it goes down as a chance. 14 yards right-footed volley. Duncan Watmore to Crammer to Langstaff. There's a gap, 66 minutes to 84 minutes. And you can see Cardiff are just boom, 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 boom. Now, if we didn't, should we have got 7 minutes of injury time? Well, there were injuries, We did have 2 players get injured, and that's on us. And that's why there was 7 minutes of injury time. If we had, say, 5 minutes of injury time, could we have held out? Maybe, but, that's not how it went. It was 7 minutes, and we conceded in the last minute of the game. You can see Callum Scanlon's goal, 0.16 XG. When he shot it, post-shot XG, 0.73. Really good. So that was good stuff. And who set that up? George Saville. Apparently. I'm pretty sure it was Duncan Watmore. I think they may have got that wrong. Maybe. But you can see here, look, Cardiff's chances, 24 yards, 30 yards out, 25 yards out. They're starting to get closer, 12 yards. Ooh. Now, this is a good save, because look, 0.09, and it jumps up to 0.31. So the fact that was saved, good stuff. And then, boom, Jake Cooper, header off target. And then, boom, goal, 0.16 to 0.40, 12 yards right foot, Casper Lenore, bong. And who set it up? Well, he's Bangor Williams dribbled and then passed it, so he gets 2 shot creating actions. And then we've got, Callum Scanlon, 0.05, their player, 0.04, Tanganga, 0.1, 7 yards head up, that was blocked. And their goal. Right at the end, Ruben Caldwell had a shot, then a take on, and then their player scored 20 yards right foot, 0.04 to 0.75. And as you can see, the second half happened. And you think, now here's the thing, if we were 2-0 up, and you go, okay, we're 2-0 up, let's 100% defend. Let's just defend for 45 minutes. That's stupid to try and do that. That's happened in the past. Harris has done that. Rowett has done that. It's what some managers do. But we were 2-1. It was 2-1. Why did you not try and keep playing? Why did you not try and have more shots? But, there you go. What are you going to do? And on that note, thank you for watching, and goodbye.